Technologic.
Marketing Tech Blog.
Technologic. Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, crash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, chart it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it.
Well, we had a couple infographics this week that I wanted to share. We're seeing a lot more stats associated because the social media is obviously, taken on such a huge role in marketing efforts everywhere, that we're actually starting to see industry level stats, which is really important. I think a lot of companies are still fighting it a little bit out there, and they're not seeing, why would I take, 1/10 of my time or resources and apply it to social media? So we have one infographic here, was a guide for financial professionals when utilizing social media. And I thought what was nice about it was that's a highly regulated industry. So they can't make promises. They can't talk about customers. They can't talk about results. They can't, it's really, really just an incredibly regulated.
They'll lose their license.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's one of those ones that if you're a company that, let's say, fears social media, watch what financial planners do when they're utilizing social media. And here's some stats associated with, here's some steps, what works on social media with financial planners. And this is with everybody. This isn't just with financial planners, but follow your followers. That was one. We see this happen all the time, that someone will follow a company that they bought the product or service, or they're interested in it, and the company won't follow back. And then let's say there's a problem or there's a compliment later on down the road. And because they're not following back and talking to them, they can't have a dialogue off. They can't do a direct message to them or anything else. Scott Stratton spoke about this once, that he bragged that he bought some new luggage and he was going on a business trip to try it out. And then the company didn't follow him back, and then he had problems with the luggage while he was on the business trip. He said had they followed him back, he would have DM'd them. He would have direct messaged them and said, hey, I had a problem with your stuff and I don't really want to go public with it. But since they didn't follow him back, he had no choice but to say, hey, this is what happened with your luggage, on this trip. And so it made it a public, thing instead. So follow your followers. They're following you for a reason. They want to glean information from you or build a relationship there. So get a hold of them.
But there's something quickly about that. If you're following your followers, you actually may have a great R&D department at your disposal of your customers using your product.
That's exactly it.
And if you extend that invite out to them, boy, you've got an advocacy group there.
Absolutely. Be personally engaged. People want to know that you're a person. They don't want to see a little avatar or a cartoon or anything like that. They don't want to see a logo of your company. They want to see you. They want to see your face.
Right.
Don't be afraid to share your personal interests there. I would say that if you're going to share your politics, don't expect... I share my politics.
You'll lose half the audience that you really didn't want anyway, right?
It's funny. I share my politics on my Twitter, but then we have the Marketing Tech Blog where I don't share politics. Right. And so with my personal, it's really funny because I'll do a political tweet maybe once a week or something. And it's severe. I'll lose 100 followers.
I'll shake them off.
They'll literally just split right there. And so I always tell people, hey, if you don't want to know the real me, then go over to the Marketing Tech Blog where I just talk about marketing. But yeah, it's and I'd say I don't mind that those people left. It's my personal. This is my personal Twitter account. I want people to know me personally. I don't want to fake it. Demonstrate your expertise. Obviously, this is the huge opportunity that you have with social media, and that's that you get to put your voice out there and build authority and build trust with a following where people start to pay attention to you, listen to you, and even echo what you're saying. That's the huge opportunity with social media that typical traditional marketing doesn't offer. We've always heard about word of mouth marketing and the impact of word of mouth marketing, that if and people will talk about it, right? Even companies now that aren't doing social media will say, well, we get all of our stuff word of mouth. Well, that's fantastic. Then use social media because it spreads it that much quicker and that much
word of
more.
mouth 2.0.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. And that's exactly what it is. So demonstrate your expertise online. Follow influential people. Take a look at writers, speakers, analysts, other influencers that you read on a regular basis. Type their names in the Twitter search bar. Find them, follow them,
Yep.
and then share some of the information that they have. When they have value and you can pass that value on to your audience, you're providing value to your audience too. They say in here, follow the 1/3 rule. I don't really buy this, but they say talk about yourself 1/3 of the time, your followers 1/3 of the time, and your mutual interest 1/3 of the time. I can't stand ratios, and there's always those people that actually check the box and do it. All they're saying here is, hey, balance it out. Don't always talk about yourself. People get tired of those. I get tired of those.
I never get tired of listening to you about you, Doug.
It's all right.
Yes.
Woo! You gotta talk to your dad. Get him some help.
Got it.
Make social media a priority. So this is a good one that I know that I've spoken about a lot, and that's that when you want to think about retirement, what do? You put a little bit of money in the account every single payday,
Right.
and eventually that's going to pay off in dividends, and you're going to retire. It's the same thing with social media. If you want social media to work, you've got to make it a priority. You've got to invest a little bit in it every single day.
It's a discipline.
Yeah, and you've got to set some time to review tweets, look at what your followers are doing, see if you can help anybody, set alerts. If you have software, it makes it a little bit easier to find these people and share with these people.
Yep.
But you have to make it a priority. So try carving out 30 minutes a day to check in, look for opportunities. Social media, this is an interesting one just from a statement of fact. Social media adopters resoundingly have a high net worth. 47% of Twitter users earn $50,000 or more per year. 24% earn more than $75,000 per year. Compare that to 33 and 18% amongst the general population.
Well, that's your reason why you go into social media
That's exactly it. So you are talking to people that do have
more discretionary income.
More income, the opportunity to actually make purchase decisions and buy. Incorporate social media into your marketing plan. So it's not this side venture or project or anything like that. It should be part of your overall marketing plan. That if you have events planned, how are you going to put that on social media? If you have white papers, case studies, use cases, videos, how are you going to share that in social media as well? It should be part of everything that you're doing. And then share a mix of information on there. So with financial planning, it's really important. These guys can't actually share the plan. They can't share, the results that their clients are getting or anything else. So they share other things of value. What are the things of value that their audience wants? Well, people are thinking about wealth. They're worried about healthcare. They're worried about taxation. They're worried about, news with the Dow and your stock exchange and everything else.
Certainly.
So sharing information of value to that audience is very important. And I think that's a critical when we're talking about a lot of the stuff that we share on the Marketing Tech blog. It's not precisely what our clients are looking for, but it's something that when they're looking for working with us or when they're working with the marketing technologies, they are also typically wanting tips on email and wanting tips on this and wanting tips on e-commerce or whatever so sharing that is of value to that audience. A couple of the don'ts: ignoring compliance issues, obviously. You don't want to do that. Pushing products is just a huge danger. Let people come to you. It's an inbound marketing effort. So let them know that it's there. Let them know when you have open office hours or appointments or getting to know or anything. Invite them in, but don't push. People don't like to be sold there. Don't just sit there and talk for the matter of talking. Have something to say that's of value to the people, and absolutely show momentum on this. That it shouldn't be that you're just you try it for 3 weeks and then you quit. You've got to do this for months and months and months.
That's the only way it pays off.
Yep. And then target the right people. Who are the people that you are actually going to do business with? Those are the types of people that you want to target and talk to online. So there's a bunch more information on the Marketing Tech blog, a bunch more infographics, more product information, of course. Go there and check it out.
You're listening to Edge of the Web Radio with Aaron Sparks. We're online with exclusive podcasts, the latest web news, and links at edgeofthewebradio.com.